Ladies and gentlemen, the day is finally here. We have a new best build in NBA 2K23. This build is a 6'4" guard that can do everything at a high level. And this time, I'm on current gen, as you guys can see. This year, if you guys don't know, there's two versions of the game. There's the version with the city, that's the one that I normally play. And then there's the version with the cruise ship, which is current gen, this game. About a month ago, I uploaded a build video called Savage, and I did that video on next gen. And ever since I uploaded that video, I'm getting tons of comments telling me that I need to upload a current gen version of the build. So today I got you. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make Glitch. It's basically Savage, but you know, the current gen version we're gonna call Glitch. Also, let's say you guys play next gen, don't worry, this build works for both games, but today I'm gonna be showing you how to make it on current gen. Link in the description if you guys want the next gen build video, the Savage build. If you guys haven't heard, there's a new streaming platform that's supposedly gonna take over. It's supposed to be better than Twitch. I've been streaming on there pretty much every night, so in the description, drop a follow if you guys want. I'm gonna give out a couple mods to some of my first followers, or if I see you in the streams a lot, kick.com/solo. Right now there's no app, but drop a follow and comment below if you followed. And of course, if you guys haven't, make sure to press the red subscribe button, sub up. We're on the road to 700,000 subscribers. Turn my post notifications so you guys don't miss a stream or upload. And I don't normally do this anymore, but drop a like if you guys are watching this. 10,000 likes and I'll post a video of me destroying everybody in the park with this build. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let me show you guys how to make the build. Before I show you guys how to make the build, if you guys like sports, especially fantasy sports like me, and want to try to make 20x your money in a single night, then let me tell you guys about Underdog real quick. So look at this. All you got to do is get 5 picks right. So look, I'm just going to pick randomly, like DeRozan over 23.5 points, Randall. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to pick randomly, bang. And then as you guys can see up here, 20x if all 5 of these picks are correct. Let's say I put $10 in, I'll win 200. If you click this insurance feature, you only need 4 correct and you're still making money. That's what I like about Underdog, because a lot of these other apps, they don't have this insurance feature. Like, bro, look at this. This is a March Madness pick 'em right here. 3 picks for $10. I had a booster on Andrew Funk right here. $10. I literally put $10 in, won 300. So, you know, I had to put that in the video real quick. Also, if you guys like doing fantasy drafts, daily fantasy drafts especially, they have them all over Underdog. Like right here, we have a Monday night basketball draft, or if you're into hockey or whatever, they have a ton of different sports right here. They have an NFL draft, so they already have stuff for that. They have a bunch of MLB stuff. Where is it? Right here, they have some MLB drafts getting ready for the MLB season. And if you guys sign up right now with the link in the description using code SOLO, your first deposit will be doubled up to $100. So if you deposit $50, they'll give you $100 on the app. It's literally free money. I do have an Underdog group chat on Twitter, so if you do sign up using my code and you want to be in the chat where we talk about all our picks, tweet at me at YT_solo and I got you. But without further ado, it's time to now show you guys how to make the best build in the game. It is now time to show you guys how to make the best build in the game, especially if you want to be a guard. Again, this build can do everything. So if you're looking to shoot really good, I mean, this build's really good at that. If you're looking to dribble, if you're looking to finish, if you're looking to play D, this is the best all-around guard build in the game. And if you guys are on next gen, your screen might look a little different. It's basically the same though. I'll explain everything if there are any differences between next gen and current gen. So for position, we're going to go with point guard. Position really doesn't matter this year at all. And if you go point guard, you can run the offense in my career. If you do want to get attributes and badges for my career, it's just a little bit easier if you're point guard, so there's really no reason to go shooting guard. Handedness, this doesn't really matter. I always go with righty. And then jersey number, I mean, that doesn't matter either. It's all personal preference. On to the next screen, we have the body settings. If you're new to 2K, you probably don't think this matters too much. You'll look over at the right side and you'll probably just try to get your 3-pointer as high as possible, which means you're just going to lower your wingspan down until you can get a 99 3-pointer. That's a rookie mistake. If you're doing a low minimum wingspan in 2023, then I don't know what to tell you. The only reason that you should ever go minimum wingspan to get a really high 3 is if you literally don't care about defense and you're just trying to be an offensive player. Like in that case, you might as well go 6'1", because there's a ton of guards that do that. They don't care about defense at all. They just go minimum wingspan, so they have a really high 3-pointer. You can make one of those builds, but the build that I'm going to show you guys is actually pretty good at defense, because a lot of these shorter guards, they just don't care about defense. They'll make these builds and they'll show you, you know, you want no defense, you want everything in shooting, everything in playmaking. Nah, build that I created can do everything. And to be honest, one of the reasons is because I like to play with a ones court. So even though I'm a shorter guard, I can still hold my own 1v1. Some of you guys may know, if you guys go 6'5" or above, you're not going to be able to get all the dribble moves that the small guards get. And I'm normally on one of those taller builds, like a 6'9" or a 6'7", but for this build, I want to get all the dribble moves in the game. So for that, we got to be under 6'5". There's some other things that matter, like ball handle and speed of the ball and stuff like that. I'll get into that later. But as far as height goes, we got to be under 6'5", so we're looking at 6'4" or below. And after looking at the different heights, going all the way down to 6'1", because a lot of guards are like that this year, going back up to 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", looking at all the different heights, I decided that I'm gonna go with 6'4", and one of the main reasons is that I want to be able to play good defense. And if you're taller, you're gonna be able to play good defense. Same with wingspan. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. If you have a taller or a longer wingspan, it's gonna be easier on defense for you. Now for the weight, you pretty much want to go minimum weight, but the thing you want to look at is acceleration. Raise your weight up until your acceleration or your speed is not moving anymore. And right here, you guys can see at 180, our accel went to 94. So we're gonna go down 1 to 179. So bang, we have 95 speed, 95 accel. If you guys don't know, wingspan actually changes a lot. Like, look, I'm gonna go down on the wingspan. Look at all the attributes that are moving. Driving dunks changing, standing dunk, 3-point, mid-range, and a lot of things defensively. Like I said before, a lot of really short guards just go minimum wingspan to get the highest 3-point possible, but you're not gonna get a stop on defense. You're gonna have T-Rex arms. I want limitless range gold. That's one of the best shooting badges in the game, and in order to get that, you need your 3-point shot to be at least a 92. So the main thing that I'm looking at is my 3-point shot. I want it to be above a 92. Right here at 6'9", we get 93, and then at 6'10", it goes to 91. So we can't go 6'10" or higher. I'm gonna go 6'9" on the wingspan. This gives us a pretty solid wingspan, and we can still get a pretty high 3, like with a 93 3. If you're new to 2K, like you're gonna be hitting everything with that. Don't worry, you don't need a 99. Going 99 3 will absolutely ruin your build. For body shape, it really doesn't matter. It's just completely up to you. However you want your player to look, you know, that's up to you. I'm gonna go with compact. It's just what I do on all my builds. Onto the attribute screen, and this is the most important part of the video. You don't want to mess this up, and I have spent days in this My Player Builder, mainly because I don't play current gen. I'm not completely used to it, but now that I have gotten used to it and I've been in the builder for days, I made the best build. And something you guys need to know is I tweaked every single attribute to match the exact amount of badges that you need. So yes, at the end, if you want to tweak it, you know, you want maybe a little more mid-range shot or whatever it is, you can tweak it to your liking. But just know the way that I made it will allow you to get every single badge that you need. Like all the good badges you'll be able to get. To start off, we're gonna go down to our physicals and we're gonna look at speed and acceleration. First thing you need to know, if you're new to 2K or maybe you haven't played 2K23 that much, speed does not matter as much this year. Mainly speed is just for like off-ball movements and like defense. Like that's where speed comes into play. But if you want to be a really quick dribbler, acceleration is the stat that matters. So we're gonna go ahead and max this out right away to get a 95 acceleration, which by the way, that is crazy. Like a lot of other builds don't have that. So just know I tweaked this build a lot to get a 95 acceleration, because I think on my next gen build, which is like the same version of this, but it's on next gen, I think my acceleration is lower. I think it's like a 90, or maybe it's a little higher than that, but 95 excel is crazy. You're going to be flying around the court. Now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go to the next attribute that I want to talk about, which is driving dunk. This is one of the most crucial attributes in the game. Off rip, on pretty much every build you make, you want to go to at least an 80 driving dunk, because an 80 driving dunk allows you to get quick drops. And if you guys don't know, quick drops off 1 foot is the best dunk package in the game. It's not even close. It's probably the best move in the game. It's literally broken. So once you guys make this build and you upgrade your driving dunk to at least an 80, make sure you go put on quick drops off 1, because that dunk package is crazy. You're gonna get a dunk pretty much every time if you're a little bit open. If we take a look at some of the most important finishing badges, like limitless takeoff, we need an 86 driving dunk to get gold limitless takeoff, 96 for Hall of Fame, but that's a little crazy. And if we look at posterizer, we need an 85 driving dunk to get silver and a 93 to get gold. So off the bat, we're gonna go up to 86 to get that gold limitless takeoff. Also, by having an 86 driving dunk, you're gonna unlock, I believe, 2 different contact dunks, so you're gonna already have contact dunks. For the elite contact dunks though, you need a 92 driving dunk. And I just want to say in this video, maybe you guys are thinking, oh, he's taking too long to explain, like I just want to see the end result. I want to explain my whole thought process on making this build. I wanted to get the elite contact dunks, I really did, but a lot of guards that play current gen were telling me it's kind of unnecessary. All you need is like the basic contact dunks, and you just need silver posterizer. You don't need to go for gold posterizer. So we're gonna go with an 86 driving dunk. And then also, once I finished making my build, I realized I had a couple attributes left over, so I ended up going 88 driving dunk. I think that also allows you to get the Michael Jordan dunk package, which apparently that's one of the best in the game. I don't really use that on next gen, but Michael Jordan dunk package, really good. I think you get an 88 driving dunk. Next up, to unlock some layup packages, and also just to get some more finishing badges, because right now we only have 12, we're gonna put our driving layup up to a 76, which will give us a 14th finishing badge. It'll also unlock a few badges like Giant Slayer, Fearless Finisher, Slithery, but we still need some more finishing badges, especially if we're gonna have this high of a driving dunk. Like we're gonna need some finishing badges, or else there's no point of even having that high of a dunk. So our close shot is gonna go up to a 77, which will give us us an 18th finishing badge right there. And as I said before, every attribute is exactly tweaked to get you the most amount of badges, the best badges in the game. So although maybe close shot's not the most OP attribute, it's gonna give you a lot of badges. Like look, if you go down to 76, you're gonna miss out on a finishing badge. Put it at 77. Same with driver layup. Go down one, you're gonna lose a finishing badge. Put it at 76. All of these attributes are exactly calculated to get the most badges. Same with driving dunk. 87, you lose one. 88, you get an extra badge. So it just makes sense. We're not gonna do any standing dunk, although I do like standing dunk, especially on some of my taller builds. So that's a little disappointing, but it's not gonna make or break a build. And in post control, we definitely don't need that on a guard. If you guys are new to 2K, what you guys need to know about shooting is that mid-range really doesn't matter. As long as you have like a 60 mid-range, you'll be able to hit mid-ranges as long as you can time a jump shot halfway decently. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade our 3-point, because 3-point, that matters. That's what we care about the most. And like I said, we want at least a 92 for gold limitless range. That badge is crazy. The difference from silver to gold is huge. And on all my other builds, I usually have silver. So on this one, I'm gonna make it a shorter guard. As I said, now I'm 6'4". My other builds like 6'7", 6'9", and we're also gonna get gold limitless. That's a huge must on this build. So 92 3-pointer. Mid-range is gonna stay at 77. It's fine like that. It's honestly more than fine. Like 77, you're gonna be hitting pretty much everything. And then free throw, I mean, like that's fine. If you plan to play pro-am, then maybe go a little higher, but it's fine. And if you guys have ever made a build, you know that there's a couple attributes left over at the end. And so with those last couple attributes, I go to a 70 free throw. So right now we have 18 finishing badges and 24 shooting badges. Also, once I'm done with the build, I will explain to you guys how you can get even more. Yes, you can get even more badges. Once you have created the build, you can get an extra 13 badges on current gen, which is crazy because I play next gen. There's no extra 13 badges on next gen, but on current, you can get 13 extra badges. Next up, we got our pass accuracy, and apparently on current gen, pass accuracy doesn't matter. Like on next gen, you need at least a 75 pass accuracy on pretty much all your builds because passing styles matter. And if you don't have a good passing style, then you can't throw good passes. Like you just throw really slow passes. But on current gen, they don't have those. It's a little behind, you know what I mean? That's why, current gen is supposedly the worst game. It's a little less updated. Pass accuracy still determines how fast your passes are though, but with a 70 pass accuracy, you should be just fine. So that's what we're gonna do. Now for ball handle, like I said before, we're gonna go for a pretty high ball handle. We're not gonna max it out though. That's a little unnecessary. If you guys have played 2K23 before and there's certain moves that you want that you need a higher ball handle, then you can go ahead and up it even more. But the way that I like to dribble, if you guys watch my dribble moves videos, I'll link one of them in the description if you want my dribble moves. The ball handle and the speed of ball that I'm putting on this build are enough to get the dribble moves that I use, which I think are the best dribble moves in the game. Like, yes, I think if you go 92, you can get some dribble moves like the Curry slide. But to be honest, if you want to be the best guard in the game, you don't need the Curry slide. Like the top guards don't actually use that. And then I think also the Trae Young size up, I'm not gonna be able to get that on this build, but I don't use that anyways. Steve Francis is just a little bit better. It's a little quicker. So for speed of ball, this actually does not matter that much this year, but we're gonna go to a 79 for the badges because look, at 78 we have 18 playmaking, 79 gives us our 19th playmaking badge. So 19 playmaking is a pretty solid amount of playmaking, but like I said, we're gonna get a plus 13 badges once we are done making the build, and I'll show you how to do that. Now for the defense, and again, on a lot of these smaller guards that a lot of these other YouTubers are showing you guys how to make, or a lot of these top guards are putting you on how to make them, they kind of don't care about defense. Their defense honestly looks a little bit like this, and they just are completely a liability. But if you guys want to play the 1v1 court, if you want to play the Galleon, or you just want to play defense on a build, then I got you guys. Something I want to say is no, this is not going to be a complete clamp god because our build is mainly offensive focused. Look at our dunk, look at our 3-point, look at our ball handle. Like, not many builds have that high dunk, 3-point, and ball handle. We can pretty much do everything offensively with the 95 acceleration too. So to start, we're gonna go with interior defense, and we're gonna put this up to a 63, which is maxed out. A lot of people don't care about interior defense, but there's a lot of like glitchy dunks, like the quick drops, or a lot of people like to do shot meter dunks this year, and you need interior defense if you want to stop any of that. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I've played the game a lot, probably more than a lot of you guys, and from my experiences, perimeter defense is overrated. I'm just gonna say it. It's a little overrated. I already know some of the casuals watching are gonna be like, bro, solo is crazy, and you could think that, but I want an all-around balanced defensive build, and I can't just max out my perimeter defense, because let me show you. If I take my interior D down, and then I max out my perimeter D, it only goes to an 81. So it's not like we could have it too high anyways. If we go to a 70, we can get bronze clamps, which if you just have bronze clamps, I mean, that's good enough. Clamps is a little overrated this year, unless you're a complete lockdown and you have Hall of Fame, it's a little overrated. But we're just gonna go 70 perimeter. We're gonna max out the interior D. For steal again, I think it's a little overrated, so we're gonna have this at a 35. If you perfectly time an on-ball steal, you know, if someone runs into you and you tap X or square if you're on PlayStation, you'll get the steal. But the thing is, they nerfed steals about 2 months ago, so that's why I'm making this build, because you don't need a 99 steal anymore. You don't need a really high steal. They nerfed them. You don't really get steals like crazy anymore. Of course, if you have a 99 steal, you'll get them a couple more times than if you have a 35 like this build, but steal is a very expensive attribute. Like, let's see, like if I max it out, look, we can only go to a 55. Like, let's say if we really wanted a 99 steal, that would be so expensive for this build. Like, I would probably have to drop my like driving dunk, my 3-point, so it's just not worth it. 35 steals what we're going with on this build. But block, now block is pretty important. Block is pretty good this year. We're gonna go to a 66 block. We're gonna max out the block along with the interior defense. We're not gonna upgrade offensive rebound, and then our defensive rebound will be a 33. So we're actually gonna bring that down a little bit from what it was at, and that is gonna be our defense. Again, we're mainly an offensive build. We can do pretty much everything offensively. We're gonna get contact dunks. We're gonna be shooting from the parking lot with gold limitless and a 92-3. We're gonna be able to do pretty much every drill move in the game. 95 acceleration. We're gonna be flying around the court. And then defensively, I mean, we can hold our own. We can hold our own. Trust me, if you want to make a guard build, this is it. I've been making builds for years. This will be good enough. Defensively, don't worry. Next up, strength. That's one of the least important attributes, especially for a guard, so we are not going to touch that. We're also not going to touch vertical. It doesn't matter as much on current gen. On next gen, you need it for driving dunk, you know what I mean? You need it for the contact dunks. You need to unlock some certain dunk packages, but on current gen, it really doesn't matter as much. I know there's going to be people like, oh, you need to upgrade it, you'll get more rebounds, and that might be true, but I don't really care. The only reason that I ever put my vertical really high is for the dunks like on next gen. And again, if you want to make a next gen build, if you guys are in the city, you're not on this version of the game, link in the description for my 6'4" guard build on that game, the Savage build, because on that one my vertical is higher, the build looks a little bit different. And then lastly, we're gonna put our stamina up to a 95. If you get the gym rat badge, you will get +4 to all of your physicals, so we'll have a 99 excel and a 99 stamina. So this is what the finished build looks like. Again, it's an all-around offensive build, and it's pretty good defensively. 99 acceleration, 99 stamina with the gym rat badge, and I'm still gonna tell you guys to get that +13 badges, because if you look at the badge layout, that's pretty good. Defensively, it's a little weak, but we're gonna get +13 badges. I'm gonna tell you how to do that in a second. But real quick, sub up. If you guys have been subbed for a while, let me know in the comments, when did you sub? Even if it was today, let me know. Comment when you subbed, if it was back in 2K20 or if it was literally today, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go through and heart every comment. But yeah, guys, this is the final build, and if you want +13 badges, step 1, there is a quest that you get from someone named Sam. So once you guys have made the build, and you guys are on the cruise ship, find the quest from Sam, and if you guys can't find it, there's probably YouTube videos on it. Apparently she's wearing a tie-dye shirt, that's what people tell me, and you get +4 badges from doing those quests. It's not that hard to do. And if you are a rebirth build, so if you have a build over a 90 overall already and you have a rebirth build, you have the rebirth build quest done, apparently the Sam quest gives you another +4, so you get +8 badges from Sam. And again, if this is a little complicated and you can't figure it out, I'm sure there's videos on it. And then also from the flashback college games, there's another +5 badges that you can get. So make sure you guys do all of that, because then you can get +13 badges total, and you can put those on this build and you will have literally an insane amount of badges. If you guys want to see me play with this build, I stream pretty much every night. Link in the description, kick.com/solo. Drop a follow on there and tweet at me if you followed, because I need some mods on there because I don't have too many followers over there. If you follow me on Kick, I go live late at nights. Just tweet at me your Kick username and that you followed, and I'll mod some of you guys. Now that that's done, we have the takeovers, and if you guys are on next gen, there's a couple different takeover options. You know, current gen, it only has a few, but for primary, I'm gonna go with sharp take. I just think it's the best in the game. There's an argument for slash. Shot creator's pretty solid too, but I don't think it's the best. All the takeovers are actually pretty solid this year. Like some years we get games where like the takeovers aren't all useful. Like there's some where it's like, why are you even picking that? It doesn't do anything. But this year they're all pretty good. So we're gonna go primary spot up shooter, which is basically just sharp take. And then for secondary, we are gonna go with slasher, because if I want to do the dunk meter, let's say I have slash take, I have the 88 driving dunk, I'm gonna have a lot of finishing badges, you know, post riser, all that. I'm gonna go crazy with not only shooting, but the dunking on this build is going to be insane. And now that we've picked our takeovers, we can complete the build and see what our shades are. And what we have built is an inside out shot creator with shades of Kenny Smith, De'Aaron Fox, and Darius Garland. So we get an old guy in Kenny Smith, and we get two of the great guards in the NBA today, De'Aaron Fox and Darius Garland. That's a pretty good shades of. I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, real quick, I'm going to tell you the best badges in the game, especially for this build. And I already know a lot of people ask me, yo, what are the best badges if I don't show them? So I will be showing them in this video, and I'm going to show them in order of importance. Limitless Takeoff is the best finishing badge in the game. It might even be the best badge in the game. You need this definitely on at least silver, but for this build, we can go gold, so I'll put that on gold. Next, Posterizer Silver is going to be pretty important, so we're going to put that on. Next, we're going to go Slithery Silver, and then also Fearless Finisher Silver, two very important badges. And then Giant Slayer, we're going to put that on silver. Again, once you do those quests, you get the extra 13 badges. You'll be able to get Giant Slayer up to Hall of Fame most likely, or at least gold. But right now, we only have one badge left over, and we could just throw this on Fast Twitch. Now we have 24 shooting badges. The most important shooting badge, in my opinion, is probably Agent 3's. As much as you guys might think it's Limitless Range, nah, Agent 3 goes crazy. So I'm going to put that on gold, and then Limitless Range, of course, we're going to put that on gold. After that, we'll go Green Machine Hall of Fame, although you don't need it on Hall of Fame. If you guys want to go gold, or even, I probably wouldn't go silver, but if you just want to have it on gold, you could do that. But the thing is, there's not too many good shooting badges this year, so you might as well just go Hall of Fame. I'll keep it on gold for now. We are going to put Amped on Hall of Fame. That's one of the best badges. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put Deadeye on silver. Once you get extra badges, you might be able to put it on gold if you put some of your extra badges on shooting. And then I'm going to put Clutch Shooter on bronze, and I'm going to put Volume Shooter on bronze. For playmaking, it might be debatable for what the best badge is, but I'm going to go with Quick First Step. I'm going to put that on Hall of Fame. You guys probably want to put that on first once you start getting badges on this build. After that, we're going to want to put on Handles for Days, which goes silver on this build. And then, of course, we want Unpluckable, which we can get on gold. And with our last three badges, you either want to put on Mismatch Expert Silver or Clamp Breaker Silver. It's completely up to you, but I think I'm going to go with Mismatch Expert. Once you do the quest and get the extra badges, you're definitely going to want to put some on playmaking, because Clamp Breaker's a pretty good badge, and you probably want that on. Also, Bailout, it only costs 1 badge point. You probably want that on as well. Ankle Breaker's not terrible. And then another badge I want to talk about is Killer Combos. This badge is overrated, and you guys do not need it. For defense, we do have 8 defensive badges. We'll go ahead and throw Clamps on bronze along with Pick Dodger. Then we're going to go ahead and put Challenger on bronze to help us out with some blocks, Chase Down on silver, Menace on bronze, and Workhorse on bronze. But yeah, guys, that is how you make the best build in the game. I showed you guys the best badges. I showed you how to make the build. Now it's up to you guys. If you're new to 2K and you want some more tip videos, I got a ton all over my channel. I'll link a bunch in the description. If you want my dribble moves, my jump shot, or whatever else I got, I'll link it. When this video ends, 2 videos are going to pop up on your screen. If you guys want to watch more content from me, I would appreciate it. Sub up if you guys are new. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
They don't think that I meant it. They didn't know who I was. I had to make sure they know who I am. I was a youngin' to come up with a whole lot of hits before I was even a man. Always been the hardest artist in every room. They just don't know where I stand.